Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the 5 Minute English Podcast, the show where we learn English through real stories and tips. I'm Jessica, and today I want to share my experience traveling solo as a student. I flew all the way from Toronto to Da Nang, Vietnam for 5 days and 4 nights, and it was one of the most memorable trips of my life. Of course, I'll also share some tips at the end, so stick around. So here's the story. I was still a university student in Toronto when I decided I needed an adventure. I booked a ticket to Vietnam, and my destination was Da Nang, a beautiful coastal city I had always dreamed of visiting. The night before my flight, I was buzzing with excitement, but I was also nervous. I had never traveled that far alone, and my parents kept asking, "Are you sure about this?" And I just had to say, "Yes, I need this." The flight was long, over 20 hours with a stop in Seoul, but I was prepared. I packed my favorite snacks, downloaded a few movies, and kept telling myself, this is going to be amazing. And you know what? It really was. When I landed in Da Nang, the first thing I noticed was the heat. It was so warm compared to Toronto, and the smell of the sea was just incredible. So fresh and calming. I grabbed my luggage, jumped into a taxi, and headed straight to my hotel near Mike Beach. The hotel was small but cozy, and the staff were incredibly friendly. They even gave me a map and suggested some local dishes I had to try. After a little rest, I went straight to the beach. Mike Beach was amazing. Soft white sand, clear blue water, and the sound of the waves. I remember standing there looking out at the ocean and thinking, I really did it. I'm here, alone. It felt incredible. No deadlines, no stress, just me and the sea. And of course, the food. I tried mi kwang, a famous local noodle dish, and it was delicious. I also enjoyed fresh seafood at a small beachside restaurant. At first, eating alone felt a little strange, but then I started to enjoy it. I could take my time, savor every bite, and just relax. Traveling solo gave me the freedom to enjoy everything at my own pace. Of course, it wasn't perfect. One day, I got completely lost while trying to find a cafe I had seen online. My phone battery was low, and I couldn't get online. I panicked for a moment, but then I thought, okay, just ask someone. I walked up to a local man and said, "Excuse me, where is Kong Cafe?" He didn't speak much English, but he smiled and pointed me in the right direction. That small moment reminded me that people are generally kind, and it's okay to ask for help. By the end of the trip, I felt so proud of myself. I had traveled halfway across the world on my own, and I had done it. More than that, I had loved every moment. Traveling solo gave me confidence, independence, and a new perspective on life. So, what did I learn from this adventure? First, plan ahead. It might sound boring, but it really makes your life easier. Booking your flights, hotel, and having a simple plan helps you feel relaxed and more confident. Second, stay safe. Always tell someone where you are, like your family or a close friend, and keep some emergency cash with you. Don't rely only on your card because things can happen. And finally, enjoy the moment. Don't rush. Take your time. Try the local food, talk to people, and explore with curiosity. Traveling alone gives you freedom, and it gives you a chance to discover not just new places, but yourself too. So, that was my story of traveling solo from Toronto to Da Nang, and the lessons I learned along the way. Have you ever traveled alone? Or is it something you want to try one day? Thank you so much for listening to the 5 Minute English Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with a friend and practice by telling your own travel story in English. I'll see you next time. Bye.